Ladies and gentlemen, this particular story comes out of District of Columbia, DC. And I'm going to tell you, before you guys get into this video, I'm going to tell you there are going to be some details that are not going to sit well with your sensibilities. So if you can't handle that, understand, because these stories are really heart-wrenching. But I want you guys to remember that nothing is worse than what these children actually have to live through, okay? Now, the mother of a missing 2-month-old baby, that little baby right there, was arrested and charged on Friday afternoon in the District of Columbia. That woman that you see right there, who looks like somebody took her hair helmet, her hair shield off of her head, and she's got about like 6, 7, 8 extra inches of head right there before her hair actually starts. That shell head right there. That individual's name is LaDonia, Ladonia. I've never even heard of a name like that. LaDonia Boggs, Boggs. She is 37 years old, so she is my age. And she is said to be the lone suspect in the disappearance of her son. And that little baby, let me back this up so y'all can see it. Let's see. Right about there. That little baby right there is Kyon Jones, Kyon. And Kyon Jones disappeared earlier this week, according to the news in Richmond. The mother is being questioned about the child's whereabouts. So basically, here's what happened. The mother came out and reported that her child was missing. But the crazy part about this is that the mother actually gave the police and investigators multiple different stories. Now, I know you guys have heard narratives like this before on the channel, and you guys have heard people make up these ridiculous stories and send police and send investigators, send, what do you call them, like neighbors and good Samaritans out looking for these children when these parents, these caretakers, already know what happened to them. They basically lie to the public, okay? Now, the mother is being questioned about the child's whereabouts, and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said during a Monday press conference, she is the only person of interest. Now, authorities have arrested the baby boy's mother after searching through a fairway landfill southeast of Richmond in Charles City County, Virginia, and coming up empty-handed. The mother previously admitted to disposing of her son's lifeless body after he somehow mysteriously died. The mother said, "I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped it up and took it outside and just throwed it in the trash can." Boggs said in a video interview obtained by the Washington, D.C. NBC affiliate WRC. Let me read that again. She said, "I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped it up in a blanket and took it outside and just throwed it in the trash." Did anybody notice a word that was prevalent in that sentence? What's the prevalent word there? What does she refer to her son as? That's right. She called him it. Not by his name. Not even her son. She said it. Let me read it again, because some of y'all might have missed that. She said, and I quote, "I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped it up and took it outside and just throwed it in the trash. I wrapped it up, took it outside, and disposed of it in the trash." Boggs reiterated at another point, and that's what happened. She made similar comments in an interview with CBS affiliate WUSA. The distraught mother reportedly repeated herself throughout the footage that was captured by DC missing persons advocate Henderson Long. "The last thing I remember was that I had rolled over and he was on my chest," she said. After that, when I was asleep, rolled over and noticed he was unresponsive, breathing, and I panicked. He was asleep on my chest, and when I woke up, he wasn't breathing anymore because he was just that small, she continued. He was only 2 months old. He was a premature baby. The infant was last seen Wednesday, police said, but was allegedly not reported missing until last Friday. I want y'all to remember that this child that she throwed it, she reported the child missing, but gave an account of the story in a video. Do y'all want to just see the video interview? I could do that. I could just show y'all that. Do y'all want to just hear what she had to say rather than me reading it? She said the child was missing, so as you can see, advocates in the streets went out and passed out flyers to try to find this baby, but she knows where the baby is and was. Did y'all catch that? DC's Metro Police Department described the circumstances leading to the missing persons report in a press release. And they said at approximately 1:10 p.m. on Friday, May the 7th, members of the 5th District responded to a listed location for a report of a check on the welfare of an infant child. Upon arrival, officers located the mother, that individual right there, definitely not fit to be a mom, who was unaware of the infant's whereabouts. How do you not know where a newborn baby is if it's in your possession? Huh? The Metro Police Department's Youth and Family Services Division responded to the scene and initiated an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the missing person's disappearance. The boy's father, which is good to hear, we at least heard from a father, is reportedly the person who reported Jones missing. The Charles City County Sheriff's Office confirmed their involvement in the waste management landfill search by way of Facebook. The landfill itself also told the media that they were assisting law enforcement in the 2-day-long search. The 2-day-long search that the mother put them through. Right? Y'all catch that? DC Police Chief Roberto Conte III previously referenced another alleged video of Boggs. And in that video, Conte claims that the boy's mother can be seen throwing various unidentified items into the trash. Perhaps, just perhaps, this child is somewhere out there. Boggs was arrested, the mother, who we're referring to, was arrested and charged based on probable cause. The missing person's remains have not been located at this time. However, based upon the information gathered during the investigation, a suspect was identified and charged accordingly. The DC Metro Police press release also said, additionally, it was determined that the offense is domestic in nature. Now, do y'all want to hear what's just as bad as her murdering this kid or killing this kid or causing the death of this kid, concealing the death, throwing the kid in a trash can according to her own words? Do y'all want to know what's worse than that? Y'all ready for this? She is out on bond. I want to make sure that y'all hear me before we play these news videos. She got out of jail on these charges on bond. If you don't believe me, let me play the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Yep, y'all heard that right. Listen at these news stories. Let's get it.
It's a search that's now expanded more than 100 miles away. Deputies from Charles City County, Virginia helped MPD search this landfill a half-hour east of Richmond. They're still searching for 2-month-old Kion Jones, who's been missing for more than 5 days now.
I know the mother of the child, so that kind of made it a little worse.
Mayor Bowser today confirmed the investigation is focused on the boy's mother.
She's the only person of interest.
Is she in custody?
She is not.
Along with landfills, WUSA 9 confirmed today police have searched specific garbage trucks since Saturday morning. The newborn went missing Wednesday, but no one called police until late Friday.
If you hear anything, just give MPD a call, all right?
Canvassing, like we saw this weekend, is ending. Police suspect foul play in the disappearance as detectives trace more leads to find Kion or his remains.
About missing 2-month-old Kion Jones of D.C. The baby's mother faced a judge today. She's charged with felony murder and tampering with evidence.
He was on the bed with me on my chest. When I was asleep, rolled over, noticed that he was unresponsive, breathing, and I panicked.
LaDonia Boggs dropped a bombshell when she spoke to our Colby Satterfield last Sunday, telling WUSA 9 what she said happened to her infant son. According to court documents, that was 4 days after she first told the baby's father that Child and Family Services picked up the 2-month-old and that he would be gone, quote, for a long time. Police say when officers stopped by her home to check on the child, she said he didn't live there. Court documents indicate the mother's story changed numerous times until police say she admitted to throwing away the infant after he was found unresponsive in her bed.
Got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped up and took it outside and disposed of it in the trash.
Police say Boggs was caught on surveillance camera hauling a car seat, then a cardboard box and plastic bag to the dumpster. According to court documents, Boggs admits she was high on PCP at the time.
They always got an excuse, don't they? I'm going to rewind this just a little bit because I want to make sure that y'all heard her explanation. This is coming from the horse-faced woman's mouth, from the horse's mouth. Let's listen at this again. One more again. Let's get it. Yeah, why wouldn't she call 911? Why would she give the child away? Why would she get pregnant with the child? Why would she let the dad have the kid? We have safe haven in every city, in every state. But yeah, you know, you can, I guess you can give a person a million options and they can still choose something different, I guess. I don't know.
Pulled over, noticed that he was unresponsive, breathing, and I panicked.
LaDonia Boggs dropped a bombshell when she spoke to our Colby Satterfield last Sunday, telling WUSA 9 what she said happened to her infant son. According to court documents, that was 4 days after she first told the baby's father that Child and Family Services picked up the 2-month-old and that he would be gone, quote, for a long time. Police say when officers stopped by.
So that's part of the story that y'all didn't hear in the news. What they said was that Child Services came and picked up her child. That's what she told the baby dad. And she said the child is going to be gone, a quote, a long time. Then she told police that the child was missing, like the child disappeared as if somebody kidnapped the child. Then she turns around and tells a story about her rolling over on the child not breathing, and then you just take the child and just throw it away in the trash. Like, what in the absolute cotton picking sense does that make? It's a human being. I don't even think you would do that to a dog, would you? I wouldn't just see a dog not breathing and just be like, okay, I'm going to just wrap him up and throw him in the damn trash. This is a whole human being, y'all. Y'all hear me? A whole human being. I was high on PCP, y'all. The hell? Y'all listen to this rest of this stupid crap.
Hey, Lorenzo. Yeah, D.C. police just before 5 o'clock this evening confirmed what sources told our Leslie Foster, that D.C. police have arrested the mother of Kian Jones. LaDanya Boggs is now facing a felony murder charge. She was taken into custody earlier this afternoon. Her 2-month-old, Kian, has not been seen since last Wednesday. He was officially reported missing 1 week ago today. Police tell us nobody has been found yet. WSA 9's Colby Satterfield spoke with Boggs on Sunday evening before she was named a suspect. Here's what Boggs says happened.
He was sleeping on the bed with me, and I had rolled over and noticed that he was on the bed with me on my chest, and the last thing that I remember was that I had rolled over and he was on my chest. After that, when I was asleep, rolled over, noticed that he was unresponsive, breathing, and I panicked. And when I came back in the house, I still noticed that he wasn't breathing anymore. So I went outside. I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped up and took it outside and disposed of it in the trash. And that's what happened.
Just
Where do we even start with this? Where do we even start with this? You can't be that level of dumb. I don't even know where to start with this. I don't even know where to start with this. I want to hear this again.
He was sleeping on the bed with me, and I had rolled over and noticed that he was on the bed with me on my chest. And the last thing that I remember was that I had rolled over and he was on my chest. After that, when I was asleep, rolled over, noticed that he was unresponsive, breathing.
Breathing? What is breathing? Make it hard to breathe, my enemies. Make it hard to breathe. Is that what that is? Breathe. Made it hard to breathe.
And I panicked. And when I came back in the house,
y'all don't hear her mention anything about calling paramedics, 911. She didn't call her bestie. She didn't call her mama. She didn't call baby daddy. She didn't call nobody for help. This ain't a drug problem. This is a stupidity problem. Do y'all get the difference? Stupid is as stupid does. Ain't that right, Lieutenant Dan?
I still noticed that he wasn't breathing anymore.
He wasn't breathing anymore. Okay.
So I went outside. I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat and wrapped up and took it outside.
And you did what? Took him to the hospital? No. What did she do? According to her words.
And disposed of it in the trash.
Oh, God. Oh, you just can't be that level of dumb. You can't, thank you, you can't fix stupid. Lord Jesus. Let me y'all want to hear something that I picked up on that maybe some of y'all didn't catch? Do y'all understand who she's talking to? I'm not trying to help no criminals, but I want y'all to understand how stupid some people are. Do y'all understand who she's telling this to? Who is she having this conversation with? Is she having this conversation with detectives? Maybe with her mom? Maybe with her lawyer? She's literally talking to the news. The news station. Live on air after lying to the police about the whereabouts of that baby. Just can't be that level of stupid. And I want y'all to notice how quiet they are. You can't even hear them in the background. They're not moving at all. They're just like, damn, she's stupid. She's just gonna admit to the whole crime right here, y'all. No, keep filming. Keep filming, Todd. Keep filming.
And that's what happened.
Just yesterday, D.C. Police Chief Robert Conti said they had footage of the mother throwing something in the trash. They don't know what that is. Police searched trash trucks and landfills, including one as far south as Charles City County, Virginia, just southeast of Richmond. The search at landfills for Kayan's body ended last night, we're told. Again, Kayan's body has not been found. Now, the community was hoping that Kayan would be found safe. We're getting word of a vigil that's being planned in his honor as well. We'll bring you more on that as soon as we get the latest developments. Guys?
Hey, you're right, John. So many people were hoping against hope and praying that little Kayan would survive. Sadly, this is just a heartbreaking development here.
This video is another angle of the same interview that she was having. So I want y'all to listen to this. I think somebody took their phone and recorded this portion.
I still noticed that he wasn't breathing anymore. So I went outside. I came back in the house and got a blanket and his car seat.
And they just, them news people, look, I'm sorry, that's funny to me. Because them news people just got that thing. What is that? They got that boom microphone. They just sticking it out there just like, say more, say more. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I know that's what they normally do. It's just, I don't know. It's just funny to me to just see them, just sticking the thing out there like, keep
and
talking.
Wrapped up and took it outside and disposed it in the trash. And that's what happened.
She didn't care about that baby at all. You didn't think to try to go get help. You just thought, okay, well, I guess that's the end. Throw him in the trash can. You didn't think about a funeral. You didn't think of, like, trash can. Yeah, that's a good idea. I guess they're saying something to her. I don't know. It cut out. This video.
Question, changing subject. Anything on the 2-month-old? Any progress there? Anything you can tell us?
Yeah, we're working on that case, and hopefully we'll be coming to some resolution on that very soon. I know there's a lot of media reporting out on that. We're doing everything that we possibly can to locate this child at this point. I know there's some reports out there. Yes, the mother is a person of interest in this, and in fact is the only person of interest at this time. So we're just working through that very carefully with our partners at the U.S. Attorney's Office to make sure that we do the things that we need to do as we move to the next step in this.
Is the search continuing down at this landfill?
The search has continued, and we should be wrapping that up today.
So you have a video of this woman throwing things into the garbage?
I know we have some people in the chat talking about black babies don't get Amber Alerts. Is that true, y'all? Is that true at all? Do y'all remember Malia Davis? Y'all remember that? Just go back in my videos and look at how many of the stories where it said missing children, and I put up their Amber Alerts. That's kind of a silly thing to say.
I understand you have a video.
Yeah, that's part of the investigation, Paul.
So you do have a video showing her throwing
Yeah,
things?
that's part of the investigation. Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that. So you do have a video of the woman tossing the baby into the garbage?
No, not specifically of that.
You have
He said
something.
he said things, yes. So again, that's all part of the investigation. We'll continue to work through that. We'll continue to work with the family. I mean, first of all, this is just a tragic, very unfortunate case for this child to be unaccounted for these many days. I am hopeful and was hopeful and remain hopeful that perhaps, just perhaps, that this child is somewhere out there. And I want to make sure that we do everything that we can as the Metropolitan Police Department to locate that child, if that child is alive. And unfortunately, if the child is not, that we hold people accountable in the event that we need to do that.
But you have hope that the child is not down. You have not found the child down there.
I have not found the child yet. That's correct. Yes. Yes. Could be. Thank you guys for your questions. I really appreciate it. Yep.
All right, so let me go ahead and give you guys my closing thoughts real quick. First and foremost, I like the criteria that they have for Amber Alert. And the reason for that is because they have this criteria for a reason. Because if it meets a certain criteria, they've already researched this stuff and they figured out, okay, this is our system. Every system is set up for a reason. And it's set up that way so that they can put out a proper alert when it's necessary. Because let's just say if you don't have a proper description, you don't have the age, you don't have the sex, you don't have a description, you don't have a picture, you can't just put, you can't put, what am I trying to say? Vague. You can't put vague information out there. That's basically what I was trying to say. I took the long way around there to get there though. You cannot put vague information out there. So it really kind of helps clean this thing up. And it says, you know what? This will get us to where we're trying to go. Give us this or we're not going to put it out there. And I like that. Makes sense to me. Okay, so let's move on to my next point. Why did nobody ever do an investigation on this woman? Like, she literally looks like it's something wrong with her, but they let her give birth to this baby, take this baby home, go home, and in my opinion, killed this baby. Or was at least neglectful, caused the death of this baby by being neglectful, huh? And then at the point of, it really becomes extra criminal when you give an account as to what happened and you tell the public one thing, then you tell the police something else. Then you turn around and tell the news something else. Perjury should, and that type of thing, even though it's not in court, we can prove that you were lying, and that type of thing should also be included with a perjury charge. If we catch you and we find out that you're lying, especially when it comes to our children, that should have additional charges. One other thing that I didn't really expound upon, they let her out of jail. I read that in an article. They let her out of jail. And I just could not believe what I was reading when I read that, and I said, there's no freaking way. Well, just the circumstances alone, I don't know how our law allows for a loophole like that for somebody who potentially caused the death of a baby and then concealed the death of a baby and then lied about the death of a baby. How would you ever be able to get out of jail on that? It's beyond me, But I'm hoping that we can get more accurate details, and I'm hoping that we can at least get the body of the baby, because I'm sure as positive that this baby has passed away due to her, I don't know. I'm not gonna blame it on drugs. She's just not a smart person. She should have never had custody of this kid. And it makes you wonder, like, as far as the father, like, why would he even sleep with a chick like this? Like, they're just, I'm sorry, man, but like, we have to start vetting our mates better than this. When we bring children into this world, including myself, we have to start thinking with the big head and not let the little head outthink the big head, right? Men can stop a lot of this stuff. That crazy broad should have never been able to have a baby because she should have never been granted a seed to be able to germinate and grow a baby. Should have never have happened. But I hope she gets the fullest penalty under law. But guess what? I don't even understand how you even let her out of jail. Why would you even do that? She could go and do a bunch of stuff. She could hurt herself. She could hurt other people. She could try to run. Just anything could happen. She's unstable, and I just don't like that. That's definitely a failure of the District of Columbia. They got that wrong. They need to have her in jail and throw away the key. Anyway, I'm DJ Just Jay. We're the AFC, and we advocate for children first, and I'm telling you, when we find the body, we'll probably do an update, but all I can say is baby Kion, R.I.P. Young Prince, R.I.P. It just sucks. That baby never stood a chance. And no, I do not believe there's a GoFundMe out there. I looked. If there is, y'all can email me and let me know. But I didn't find anything out there about a GoFundMe. But I wouldn't be surprised if one shows up, especially if she's out of jail. Okay? We'll bring you guys another update at a later time. Thank you.